Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys like this hat. This is like one of my coolest, I think, hats for Batman and Joker. I also have a Joker tattoo. As you guys can see, it's pretty sick. It's really nice. I like it. This is gonna be a review for the movie Joker. Let's start out by talking like this is full of spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, please click away from this right now. Let's start by talking about Joaquin Phoenix's weight. My God, did you guys see this guy? He really looked like he needed a sandwich. I think that made the movie a lot more eerie and hard to watch. Looking at his shoulder blades, you can really see his shoulder blades coming out of his back. That was really crazy. Um, Going more into the movie, into his job, guys who I really didn't like, that fat guy, that gave him the gun, supposed to be his friend or whatever, turned his world upside down. So much abuse for this guy, since the beginning with the sign. Those kids, they look like kids that they take his sign, they beat him up. It's terrible, terrible. Getting jumped. His mom, dude, his mom. What's up with his mom, dude? She delusional, crazy woman. That I don't know. It just seemed like a really bad mother to have. I feel bad for him because she ends up being crazy, and everything that ensues on the rest of the movie is quite crazy or whatever. He's a really delusional character. A lot of things are left for interpretation. Like all the he really likes that dark chocolate. Hey, yeah. All those scenes with that black lady, they were all just delusions. So I don't know how much actual brain damage this dude has, but apparently he does have a lot of brain damage. Was he really adopted? I don't know. That's another thing that's up for interpretation. I talked about it with a friend at work, and he said that probably he was adopted. That part is true. Like I said, I don't know. But if it was, he ends up killing his mom. That was pretty fucked up. I feel bad saying this, but she kind of had it coming with all the shit that she put him through, all the lies with Thomas Wayne being his father and all this shit. Really, all he wanted was acceptance when you look at it, even when he's on the show with Mary. He just wanted somebody to like him and like be his friend or whatever. There's nothing going for him in his life. It was something really, really, really dark. It's like somebody, I don't know. I think he could have been happy somebody gave him a freaking piece of candy, show him some kind of acceptance, something, man. I don't know, but he never got anything like that. He was really slowly driven into desperation. Like it's just like with the situations like that put in front of you, how could you not turn into a crazy person? It's just something that's really gonna happen. His laughter condition. So at the beginning of the movie, it's supposed to be some kind of condition, but then later he realizes that that's him. That's not a condition. That's who he is. It's just he laughs at the wrong moments, and it's just probably because of the brain damage that he suffered. Then it goes into he gets the gun from the fat guy. That then that fat guy ends up giving him up or whatever, which was horrible. I can't believe he did that. I don't know. There's people like that out there. Yeah, there's people like that out there. Terrible. Um, and goes into the train, and then those three businessmen start messing around with that lady on the train, and she was not having it. He just starts laughing. They start beating him up again. He gets put in that same situation, but it's kind of like a fight or flight situation there, where he shoots them, and right after that, he gets fired from his job because he drops this gun at a children's hospital. I don't know why he took this gun into the children's hospital. He is a crazy person, so I guess you can't. I mean, he just kind of did that, gets fired from that. But I can't believe the fat guy told his boss that he was that he gave him up, telling him that gun was his or whatever. And I just thought that was freaking really messed up. He basically gets thrown under the bus. Bombing on the stand-up comedy, he just goes up there and just start laughing. I think he's right about that Murray guy or whatever, that he just brought him onto the show to make fun of him, which was kind of messed up. He, like I said before, he kills his own mom. That's pretty fucked up as well. But like I said, she kind of had it coming with what she put him through with her boyfriend or whoever it was, her husband, whoever. It was just really messed up. His developing laugh. I wasn't really too much into the laugh until I spoke with my sister, and she was like, it's not the full on Joker. It's a development of the Joker. So he kind of had to grow into it. If you watch the movie, towards the end of the movie, he kind of gets more into it. Like he really feels like it's part of him. And I think he also transforms a lot into the Joker when he does those really creepy dances. Those I think really start to show who he really is and like his transformation into being the Joker. Then he goes and confronts Bruce Wayne about um, if that really is his father or whatever, and he tells him, "Nah, man, it's your mom didn't tell you the truth. She's a crazy person, and I'm not your dad. Don't ever touch my kid, or I'll kill you." Blah blah blah. I thought that it was kind of cold. I think Thomas Wayne could have helped him out if she really did work for him, but I don't know, man. I think that's the crazy part about this movie, that it's so real. Like there's people right now out there in that kind of situation that they don't have anything. They just need a little bit of help, and there's nobody willing to lend a hand out. It's a sad world we live in, guys. But it is what it is. The dance on the stairs. I think that dance on the stairs, when he's on the stairs, that really is when he becomes the Joker. It goes into that song that's somewhat happy, but then it turns into that really eerie song, and then the cops show up. That's when he like really starts to be that guy. Um, right after that, he manages to get up on the show, and Murray's like, no, no things that are like off-putting or whatever, and then makes that really messed up joke, and the lady's like, you can't be making jokes like that, and yeah, you can't be making jokes like that. But then he says something that's very true. Just sometimes things are put on the media that are being put into light because of people in power, and then there's some other people. Because if you guys remember, he says, if you guys all crying about these three businessmen that got killed, but if it was me on the side of the road, you guys would just walk right past me. And it's so true. I mean, people do it all the time. We do it every day with homeless people. How many times do you guys go by a homeless person and like, man, I'm just gonna go by this person? It's like I said, it's a sad world we live in, but it's pretty true. And then he goes on when he goes on the show, things start turning really dark. Eventually, he kills Mary, and Mary, like, I don't know why they didn't cut off the show before that. Like, they should have cut off the show before that. He gets killed on air. His initial intention was to kill himself, but at that point, he's like full on crazy Joker, so he takes another route into it. Um, Joe Chill killing both of the parents of Bruce Wayne. Thomas Wayne seemed kind of a prick in this movie. I don't really know that much about him, but what I do know is that he seemed like quite a prick in this movie. And then they show that scene where Bruce Wayne, you see his mom and his dad, and they're dead, and he's just standing there like frozen. And I think he was definitely in shock, definitely in shock. At the end, the hospital scene, that's he kills that lady too, and just starts walking around and goes through that one hallway and then back the other way. I can't believe they didn't catch him. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, like I said, this movie leaves a lot of things open for interpretation. It's a hard movie to watch. When I went to watch it, it was like 10 in the morning, and like there was maybe 10 people in there. Half of them left. And like I said, it's a hard movie to watch. It's hard to swallow. There's been a lot of talk of it portrays mental illness in a way that shouldn't be portrayed. And I think that's the scary part about this movie. That, for example, if you talk about ghosts, demons, and all that shit, like nobody can actually just be like, here's the ghost, here's the demon. You can't do that. You can't just prove that. The scary part about this movie is the psychological aspect of this movie, that it could happen to really anybody. If you get put in the wrong situation at the wrong time with the wrong things happening to your life, you could turn into that. And I think that's probably the scariest thing about it. A lot of messed up things happen, like people getting shot, stabbed, or whatever. It's a hard movie to watch. I don't think anybody that's 17 or younger should be watching this movie. I don't think this movie is for them at all. I also feel like this movie for people that are unstable should be watching it because they could take it as inspiration or whatever. Uh, in conclusion, I think it's a very good movie. Um, it's it's a very good movie. It's messed up. But it's a good way to show people that sometimes people just need a little bit of compassion. If you watch some of the interviews from Joaquin Phoenix, on his interviews, he has a little bit of a hard time talking about the movie, and I don't blame him because when you think about it, like really think about this, when these people do these roles like Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, or whatever, not so much Jared Leto. I don't think he was so much into it, but you really have to step into the shoes of the Joker, and that's something that's hard to do. But once you step in a psychological type manner, when you step in, you gotta step out, and I think that's the hard part about it, stepping out of that role. Um, I'm sure they had to. I'm sure he has to look at has to go visit psychologist or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's a really good movie. Uh, Great acting. I hope Joaquin Phoenix is doing well. Like I said, it's not for everybody. And that's my review of the Jokers. The Joker. Bleh. Give me a like, subscribe, whatever, guys. Anything else you guys want to see on the channel, let me know. This is my Joker review. See you guys on the next one.